Yo, welcome back to Out the Chair podcast, man. We got a very special guest today. My brother Sam Basquiat is in the building.
Yes, sir.
What up, though?
Sam.
What's going on with y'all?
How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Can't complain, bro.
I feel it's always good to hear, man. So, I know both of y'all recently had newborns, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, how it feel, so?
Well, it's been an amazing experience. It's like I'm remotivated again. I'm more disciplined than I ever been. I'm grateful, more thankful for a lot more stuff than I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I was ungrateful or anything like that, but it just make you really appreciate life in a whole different perspective.
I feel that. Cause I know, like, having a newborn, man, keep you up all night. You know, it'd be a lot, man. So I want to see where y'all mental health is.
Man,
like,
my
y'all
mental
rated
health,
on the scale of 1 to 10?
right now, my shit at 10. Like, for sure. Like, 20 for real.
Yeah, I say I'm about at a 10 too, for real. About a 10, man. It's been 2 months. My daughter just turned 2 months, like yesterday. So, you know, man, I'm at a good space, man. I'm feeling motivated, blessed. You know, shit, I can't complain. What about you?
That's good. Man, I say I'm about a 9. Once I have a kid, I'll probably be at a 10. But I say I'm at a 9, man, in a good space. Y'all know I'm writing my book. So just like business-wise, everything, I'm probably about at a 9.
Flowing.
That's what's up, man.
Selling out.
Cologne, man.
Today we back drinking on the DeLeon, man. It was a good drink last time we had it, so you know we had to toast up with my guy and bring in the DeLeon.
Don't forget, owned by a black man. Get on us, DeLeon.
So, my guy, man, what's the word? For everybody out there who's not aware to the brand yet or is not familiar with what you got going on, man, just kind of give a quick bio on who Sam Basquiat is.
I'm a entrepreneur, CEO, artist, creative, serial entrepreneur, real estate investor, a little bit of everything. The brand started about 3 years ago. I moved to California about 4.5 years ago. It really just came about from working every single day. My girl had just graduated from college. She had just moved to LA, so she's out there. We ain't got no family out there, it's just me and her. She hit me one day, like I had been gone working every single day. She hit me like, yo, you ain't been home in a minute. I'm like, sorry, I was trapping. And I said it as a joke. We kind of, laughed and stuff, but I wrote it down in my notes. And, my cousin had recently passed away not too long before that. I had drew an angel to represent just for him, and I ended up just putting the two together. And there we go. And before I even did that, man, I had a brand that was called Fuck Love, and it didn't do anything, didn't sell for real. I think you, your girl, my parents, probably like the only people that bought a hoodie. So that's how I got started, and kind of the rest is history.
It's crazy, bro. Like I literally remember when you sent me the image of the shirt, like it's about to happen, like
Yeah.
And that shit felt like it was 5-6 years ago, bro, and it was only 3 years ago, man. It's crazy just to see the elevation and the progress that you done did over these years, bro. Like, I definitely give you your flowers.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Just from a brother, man, it's definitely been a pleasure rocking with you, man, and just seeing your growth.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah. It's a long road for sure, and we always hear it, like, find something you love to do, and you will never work a day again in your life. Like, that's one of the truest statements, bro, because the amount of work we done put in and stuff we done did in these last 3 years, bro, it take people 5-10 years to do. Yeah. And it don't feel like work because we enjoying it while we
doing the shit we love to do.
Exactly.
So what you saying like you starting a brand that nobody really supported. One big thing I happen to learn is the ability to learn is a gift. Like every day we learn it. Mm-hmm. Even if pain is the teacher.
Oh, for sure.
That's one of the biggest lessons I've been learning. So can you speak on the time where in that moment you felt it was painful, like it was probably the hardest thing you had to go through, but then on the end you realized that was something that you had to go through to get to the point where you was at?
Yeah, man, it's a couple different scenarios. One that stand out the most is like when I dropped out of school. I had like 3 months left to go to get my bachelor's in business. Like I'm about to graduate, get my degree. I literally dropped out of school, walked away from school, moved to Cali. Everybody in my family telling me like, yo, don't move yet, save up some more money. I moved to Cali with $400 in my pocket. I went out there to be a tattoo artist at the time. I had the opportunity to go work at a shop, and I'm catching a bus from Ontario, California to South Central LA. You know where that was at. That's where you was filming that movie at. And you know yourself, driving in a car, that's an hour and 20 hour, 30-minute drive. I'm taking the bus, bro. That's a 3-hour trip every day just to get to my work spot. 3-hour trip every day home just to get back home. That's 6 hours just traveling, bro.
Shit, in unknown territory.
Yeah, and I'm in the wrong territory, man. I'm on South Central. Like, I'm in on Madden and Slauson, bro. Like, right in the middle of the trenches. So, I ended up saying, you know, forget Ontario. I asked the shop owner, could I sleep at the shop? I'm sleeping at the shop in the middle of South Central for like 3-4 months, bro. Real shit. And like throughout that police harassment, like the gang force in LA really different than any police force in the United States. I'm talking about they own that, bro. Like throwing you out the car, pulling you out, taking your clothes off, looking for gang tattoos. You got a gang tattoo, they locking you up automatically. Ain't even no questions asked. You could be chilling. I'm talking about, bro, I'm standing outside the tattoo shop smoking. They pull up on me, grab me, throw me on the ground, like, where the gun at? Where your homies at? Like, and I'm from Detroit. I don't know what y'all talking about. You feel me? This is my first 2 months in LA. I done seen some explicit stuff, man. I done seen people get popped broad daylight, like, all types of stuff out there. For real. So, I say that pain was the biggest teacher I learned because it taught me patience. It taught me, you know, we already know how to come from nothing, but that really is nothing. Like, I had scraps, bro. I ain't even had running water at the shop I was at first for like 2 months. I'm walking down the street to one of the homies' house and taking a shower at his shop, at his house, you feel me? He ain't home or he had locked up or whatever he got going on at the time. If he ain't there, I can't shower and wash my ass. Straight up.
So I get that. One of the biggest things I got from what you just said, though, was with you going through all that and going through all that pain, it was a certain reason you had to go through that. Because in the midst of you going through that, it helped you build patience. It helped you build so much. And you learned all that through going through that situation. If you wouldn't go through that situation, then who's to say you would have learned what you learned? So I think it's so important for people to realize, like, you got to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Where you say you just up and left to LA, I did the same shit. I just up and left and went to Atlanta. Like $200 in my pocket. And end up coming back. But me making that move, I learned so much through that shit. So I feel like a lot of people got to take from that to put yourself in a position where you got to make some shit happen, or you ain't got shit else for real.
You got to put yourself in a room to accept the opportunity. Because the opportunities are out here regardless of whatever skin color we is or whatever you got going on, your background. But if you're not in the room to accept the opportunity, then you never going to get that opportunity. So if you would have stayed back and never went to Atlanta, you probably wouldn't be where you at right now. Had I not took that job out there to go tattoo with $400 in my pocket, I probably wouldn't have tattooed just about every artist in the industry and turn around making a clothing brand that every artist in the industry wearing. You feel me?
People don't realize, man, like, you got to put yourself in them uncomfortable positions, bro.
If you comfortable, bro, you're not growing. Like, I don't like when I'm too comfortable for a point in time. It made me feel like stuff been going good for too long. Something got to happen. You feel me?
So with you know, all of us growing up, I know we can all relate to playing sports. You play football, I hoop.
I do everything. Football, basketball.
Athletic motherfucker. So, man, let's talk about when a kid goes to school and plays football, plays basketball, and those dreams don't end up working for them, they ended up reverting to street violence, rapping, whatever the case may be. Explain to me how you took your ambition, your work ethic, your dedication towards football and took it and put it in the artistic side.
I think that us as a race, when sports don't work out, we so easy to just jump into the streets because it's the next thing that's glorified.
Exactly.
If you can't make it as a rapper or a basketball player, football player, it's like the next thing to do is be the toughest street dude out here. Or you feel me? And that's really leading a lot of us down a dead end path because even the biggest of the biggest gangsters and all got snitched on, got killed, or went to jail. It's not really no happy ending in that.
Exactly.
And I ain't want that for myself. And it's like the amount of effort and work you put into running your drug business or whatever crime you into, you take that same time and energy and put it into a legal business, whether it's only on mortgage company, tax company, real estate, barbershop, whatever you do, cameraman, bro, it's the same amount of effort and time except for you not risking your life.
Yeah.
So it's like if you could risk your life and do all that other stuff that you gotta bookkeep, you gotta keep numbers, you gotta buy inventory, you gotta make your sales, you gotta make sure your employees working, if you got people up under you, like you running a Fortune 500 company, but you also avoiding the police and niggas trying to rob you and kill you.
And that's crazy that people don't realize that, bro. Like they really putting
make your life harder.
overworking themselves.
Yeah.
When you could take all that energy and put it towards a legal entity and flourish.
It's about the knowing and the opportunity. If you gonna leave school or your potential opportunity to go hoop, play basketball, football somewhere, just to come back to the hood, your opportunities are limited to people stopping by the hood every day or what's in the hood every day.
Yeah.
Instead of you going to, like, I can't tell you how many times, bro, I didn't went and sat at Starbucks doing some work or just went to a library and I ended up meeting a real plug. And we're not talking about no drug stuff. I'm talking about somebody that is a manager at this company or marketing so-and-so at this, or they make bags. I need bags made for my clothes to go in.
Right.
Like, people don't understand the value of just networking.
Right.
Your network is literally worth more than any amount of money you could ever have. Like, literally. You can have $1 billion in the bank, but if you know 10 billionaires, you got $10 billion on call.
Right.
They know you good for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Relationships
Worth more than money.
So one thing I've been trying to figure out is, like when you saying switching, like having a mindset shift to where if you selling drugs and you out here doing certain shit like that, you could switch it to a legal hustle and it's the same exact thing. How do you reach out to people that feel this is the only way for selling drugs and try to get them to have that mindset to where, yo, if you selling drugs, it's the same hustle as if you had a clothing brand or, you know, something legal. How do you work on switching that mindset when all people know is to sell drugs or this is the only image they see? And I'm really speaking on the youth, honestly, because that's really who need to see it.
I feel like it's a community's job. Like, us as a community need to show them more options than just sports and rapping. And it'd be way more opportunities for them. And not only that, it also has to start with them themselves. Like, they gotta want more for themselves because my mom, my dad, uncles, and whoever, they wanted me to finish school, get my degree. I was on some whole other stuff, you feel me? So it's all about what you want for yourself. And if you don't want it for yourself, you can't nobody else want it more than you want it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done fell out with a lot of friends in the last couple years. Like, yo, bro, you need to be doing this. Or you good at this. You should push this more. And they satisfied or comfortable in what they doing. They don't want to take that risk. They don't want to take that leap of faith. And it's like, your leap of faith a lot different than mine was at the time because I ain't had no successful friends that was on and had their stuff going. Now it's like, you can use me. I have no problem with being used because at the end of the day, if you're not being used, you're useless. So if you got a brand that you up and coming with, for example, your cologne. I've literally been wearing your cologne more than I've been wearing Creed, Baccarat, anything else that I got. Like,
Mesmer.
My girl loves your cologne more than any other cologne that I wear. I'm in the mall, I'm getting stopped asking what I'm wearing. And I'm sending them your page. I'm telling them it's a black-owned product. that simpleness right there literally leads to $1 million some dollars. And I done seen it with my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
That's love for real. Shit, same way. Not just cause you saying that, but shit, I'll be out wearing a hoodie. Like, damn, who wearing this at? Like, man, sorry, I was trapping. Everybody getting compliments. So I get what you're saying. That's love though. And then another thing too, that I got from that is understanding. So you got a point of understanding.
Yeah.
So it's like they say knowledge. We have all the knowledge we need in this generation. But if we don't have the understanding, then that knowledge is pointless.
Understanding is everything, bro, because it's so much stuff we could avoid, so many problems, altercations, setbacks, losses that we could avoid if we understood more. And I'm still understanding everybody. If you know everything, you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So long as you working towards understanding every day, and I really just started reading books more recently. Like I seen this dude so many books now. Like I hated reading growing up, but now the more I read, is like the more I understand stuff, even way simpler stuff. We're not even talking about real perplexed situations, like small stuff, bro. Even as far as my relationship with my girl is 100 times better because I understand that she a female. She gonna be emotional 9 times out of 10 in whatever situation it is. So instead of trying to talk back to her or have a disagreement, whatever the case may be, you gotta really realize, like, is this a real problem or she just emotional right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I can ask you a question. What book had you, like, brought you to that realization? It's one of the books I've been on where I got to understand of women was from a book Nipsey Hussle had. Said Lauren London had brought him. The Way of the Superior Man. I don't know if you got to tap into that.
I just bought that book. Actually, my homeboy just bought me that book.
Damn,
it was delivered to my house yesterday.
Bro, that book, man.
Yeah. I'm about to tap into it for sure. Yeah. It wasn't one book in per se that just like made me be like, oh, I understand more. It's like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, 50 Cent, Hustle Smarter, Not Harder, or Hustle Harder, not Hustle Smarter, Not Smarter. Hustle Smarter, Not Harder.
Okay.
Yeah. Those books are just like some of the main books that really stood out to me and just changed my whole perspective on things. So it's not just, towards women where my thought process changed. Is waking up every day, choosing to go to the gym instead of hopping straight on the video game with these fools. You feel me? Or like going to hang out with the homies, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, you gotta have fun, you gotta let loose sometimes. But instead of hanging out as much as I do, spending more time at home with my son or something that's gonna develop me and making me better in what I'm doing in day to day. Because the only race we really in is the time. Like we in a race against time. We don't know when our last day gonna be here or when you checking out. So it's like you want to get as much done as you can now instead of trying to wait. I'm do this when I'm 30. I'm gonna do this when I'm 35 or 50. Like you don't know if you're gonna be here. God willing, you're gonna be past that. But I'm trying to leave my impact now. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely feel that.
So when you were saying all that about the books and working out, you know what I'm saying? I just want to kind of touch on having a good circle around you is very important. Like you said, you bought his cologne, you putting him on, he putting your clothing line, you giving me custos for the cuts. You need good people around you to reciprocate the energy and to basically put the dollar back in your pocket. Explain how, we just gone over the years and shit, we done went through friends and old friends to new friends and shit. We got some new friends that's cooler than the old friends, but you know what I'm saying? Just speak on like how you keep that good circle around you to stay motivated. Just
for the people who don't know, because me and him talking as if you already know, but this dude right here is literally my best friend, bro. I didn't know him since probably like 6th grade, Little League football. And we done went through.
I would have bust their ass in football.
Hey, I was fat as hell. I would have sat on your ass. I played, look, just real quick. Center. No, I ain't play center, but look, I played goddamn varsity. I was supposed to be on JV.
He was freshman at JV, bro. This nigga's huge.
I'm like, dog. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Like, we literally have seen each other grow from little boys to teenagers to young adults to men to business owners to fathers. Like, I done seen you have your first kid. You feel me? You the godfather of my son. So it's like, I seen you open your first business. Before you ever did a haircut in your own shop, you used to cut my hair in your mama's bathroom. You feel me? So it's like seeing all these different trials and tribulations we went through and seeing the people that's then either veered off or went against us or just didn't have the same motivation. You know, it hurt, but at the end of the day, it's life, bro. You gotta grow. Not everybody can't go with you, like to that next level, and that's just what you gotta be willing to understand and willing to take with you. Like it's a lot of sacrifices more than just what's the word I'm looking for? It's a lot of sacrifices more than just your time and money you're gonna spend in whatever business you're doing. Entrepreneurship, period. You're sacrificing time with family. You sacrificing relationships. You sacrificing people you really got real love for because they may not understand your vision. They may not see what you see. Like, and I called him and told him, bro, I'm about to drop this t-shirt. I didn't even have no idea that Sorry I Was Trapping was gonna turn into what it turned into. So I know he couldn't envision that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, your vision is yours for a reason. It's a couple billion people in the world. Everybody got their own vision, and it's up to them to carry it out. And some people are gonna get lost along that way.
You know, with making a fire ass brand, you get a lot of copiers. You get a lot of, you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of haters. But the copiers are the ones that we see the most. And we get tagged in. You send them to me. Go spam they shit. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go tell them, fuck on. But just speak on how you react to see when people copy your brand now versus when you first started the brand.
When I first started, it's still my brand is my baby. And you're gonna protect your kid in any way possible. So at first, like, before I'm really making money and eating off of it, I'm really taking that super offensive. I'm taking it personal. Like, I'm DMing these people like, I'm gonna come find you and I'm gonna mess you up. You feel me? Like, bro, it used to really be crazy. Like, my girl used to be telling me like, bro, you tripping. Like, you really just spazzed on this person. You probably got this person scared. Like,
what's the craziest imitation you didn't see?
Fashion Nova copying my shit?
Shit.
Fashion Nova literally copied my shirt verbatim. Words, design, everything. The only thing they did different was put a little quote at the bottom of the shirt and put a bandana over the angel. Like,
damn.
Hey, no on y'all last Fashion Nova.
Oh yeah, I'm finna cut that check in a minute. We ain't tripping.
So, Fashion Nova steals a design, and they post it, and it's literally the same exact shirt.
Oh, multiple times. They did the same shirt, 4 different colorways in short sleeve, 2 different times in long sleeve, and probably about 3 different hoodies. So they re-rocked that same one design 7-8 times.
And that's on the highest of the highest of...
Fashion Nova is $1 billion company.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
Cut
wild.
that check.
Cut that check.
That's wild. So now that you know what I'm saying, that the brand is definitely successful and it speaks for itself, how do you react now when you see somebody that tries to imitate your brand or even might just be inspired from it?
Now, I'm more financially stable. My family's taken care of. It's still offensive in certain times.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I know now it's like they just inspired. Somebody inspired me at some point, and I didn't go along and just copy what I seen. I tried to put my own spin on it, and that's what I just try to. I DM them now instead of going off on them. Now, if I DM them and they basically on some "fuck you," I'm rolling with this shit. Right. That's when I'm going off on them now.
Right.
And really finna make everybody spam their page. But now it's like, if I know your intentions are pure, you trying to do something to better yourself, bro, I just give them some pointers and tell them like, yo, what you doing, clearly, you got the money to buy your own inventory. You got the money to get your own stuff printed. Come up with your own design, be more original. And no matter how long it take, it's probably gonna pop for you. Or this might not be for you.
Right.
Everything ain't for everybody, bro. I can't go spit 16 bars. I'll be the best rapper right now. Yeah. I won't be selling clothes.
No, I definitely understand that. Like, you know, the shit, that probably makes somebody's day. You know what I'm saying? They inspired by you and your brand, and they imitate or replicate a design you made, and you hit them up, good or bad. Shit, that made somebody's day. Like,
Plenty
bro
of people
actually seen me. You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of people done said that. Somebody done told me like once, like, oh yeah, you responded to me, so clearly I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm just like, you taking that the wrong way. But
that's crazy. Like, you never know. Somebody that really try different ways to get to you. They might not try to be your friend. They might try to snake you first, just because they know that's going to get your attention more than somebody coming off as friendly.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
So speaking on that, like making somebody day, I want to speak on like the importance of mentorship. So rather it be like you having a mentor or you being at a certain point and being able to be a mentor to someone. So can you speak on like the importance of mentorship? On building your brand?
And not even just building a brand. Mentorship is important in every aspect, bro, from your home life to your friends to career. Like, mentorship will save you a lot of time, money, and a lot of L's. Like, Rocket, my manager, he's probably one of the best mentors I ever had in my life, and he didn't even come off on like some, oh, it's about to be a mentorship. It was an organic relationship that just grew over time.
Yeah.
Where I done been in rooms I couldn't even imagine being in, messing with this dude. I done had business opportunities with a lot of zeros on there because of this guy. And credit cards, I went from $1,000, $2,000 credit card limits to like 3-4 cars with $30,000, $40,000 limits on there. You know, so that saved me a lot of time. I grew a lot faster. And then I got other mentors like my Uncle Mario.
Shout out Uncle Mario.
Shout out Remedy Dispensary, man. Go pull up on 8 Mile. They one of the first black-owned recreational dispensaries in Michigan. Ask for Mario when y'all go up there. He's definitely somebody that's helped make my road to success a lot less harder than what it's gonna be. It's still been hard, bro. I don't care what mentor you meet. Nobody's gonna be able to do the work for you.
Yeah, you definitely have to experience that shit for yourself.
Yeah.
But they might say something and 3 months later when you on your own and you working and your head down and you like, bro, I'm about to give up, something they said gonna click in your head.
You gonna be like, oh.
And you gonna be like, oh, this is what they was talking about.
Yep.
I know I'm getting close now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. So can you speak on like a lot of people looking up to you and looking at the point you at now and they wanting to be like that mentee to you? Can you speak on the ability of not reaching out to people, but being like that support for certain people that you always wanted?
I really love that, bro. Like, it made me feel good when somebody hit me up like, yo, bro, you inspired me to get an LLC. You inspired me to start my own brand. You inspired me to go start a business, a detailing car business, or whatever it is. Like, that just made me feel good because the best thing you can do, the best human act is not like giving money or giving stuff like that. You know, it's time and then it's inspiration. If you can inspire somebody, that's more than giving them a few $1,000s. I've inspired you now to go make your own million, your own 100,000, your own business, your own whatever. And you don't owe me nothing from that. I don't need no pat on the back. That's it.
Yeah,
you feel me? And that's more of a fulfilling role or fulfilling feeling that I should say. That it come with the game. It come with getting to this level and getting to the next level. Like, you got to get back. It's no reaching this point of success and not giving back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So if somebody wanted to get some mentorship from you, how would they go about that? Is there a set price? Is there a certain way they go about it? Do they have to already have a relationship with you?
I'm gonna be honest, man. The way life is so fast and crazy right now, it's not even about the price. It's like, you just gotta be convenient. I gotta feel it being organic.
Yeah.
I gotta see you really care about what you're doing. Because if I waste my time and tell you all this information and put all this time and effort into you and give you these different plugs, whatever the case may be, and you don't use them or you just BS with it, everything I just gave you, now I'm gonna be more holding back towards the next person that I come across.
Yep,
Yeah, we see that a lot with people giving off, you know what I'm saying, information and giving their hard-earned knowledge to somebody, and they take it, but they don't never apply it to their situation.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's like a waste of time for real.
Exactly.
So recently, man, I had seen on your story to where you were speaking on partnership. Like I could relate when you got like certain people reaching out to you, like, yeah, man, how can we do this together? I want to work with you and this and that. And it's like, I was listening to a Rick Ross interview, and he said we had to master the art of partnership, to where he was on a podcast and he like, before what made me come on this podcast was when you had reached out to me. I went on your page and I saw you was posting all my brands that I own and all that. So you like support, you showing some type of value. So can you speak on like the importance of mastering the art of partnership before you reach out to somebody?
Yes, because it's a lot of different ways to approach it in business. Some of the biggest deals that go down right in front of us, the biggest partnerships, collabs that we see, sometimes it don't be no money on paper. Sometimes it be a lot of zeros on that paper, 6 figures, $1 million, 10 million, whatever, on that paper. It all comes down to your networking, your relationship. Once again, like I done got $50,000 for a collab before. I done got a couple more than that for a collab, and I done also done a collab for free. Because I like what that person had going on. I like what they brought to the table. I like what they were bringing to me. I benefited from that in a different way that I couldn't benefit myself. So it's not like, what I meant by that when I posted on my story, like, y'all asking me for a collab or y'all basically insinuating y'all want me to put y'all on, because some people asking for a collab, they still fresh, still new, or, they may be doing good, but it's like, what y'all asking me to do, I'm already doing $50-something thousand a month on my website alone without me having to break a sweat. So why would I stop and go backwards to do something with you and it's not finna benefit me?
Yeah.
So in that retrospect, that type of area is like a gray area, bro, because if I check you out and you ain't supporting nothing I got going on, I don't see your face in pop-ups, I don't see you reposting my stuff, I don't see your name up on an order on my website, I don't see you rocking my stuff on Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not finna give you the time of day.
Yeah, and people don't understand, like, when you say you already at this certain level, like, if you was to scoop down at that level, at least show, like, you supporting what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Like, that shows me that, okay, you value and you serious about your shit. So even if I'm at this certain point, I have no issue reaching down and helping and bringing somebody up.
Because somebody still got to do that to me, even at the point I'm at.
Yeah. But like, people just think, like, you just randomly supposed to.
Just give it
because
to
you at this point, just come on. It's like, damn, you got to show some type of gratitude to where, like, you want this shit.
Bro, I done put over $500,000, literally over $500,000 into this business, bro. If you think you just finna DM me and say, bro, I rock with you, you inspire me, let's do a collab, and you ain't bought nothing, like I said, pulled up, supported, bro, you out your damn mind.
Yeah. That, man.
For real.
That's crazy. Like, so for y'all out there, if y'all trying to support anybody, and not trying to support anybody, but if y'all trying to get a collab or connect with anybody, make sure you support what they got going on.
Show your worth to that brand.
Yes.
And then they will understand how valuable you are, and that'll make the negotiation process a lot more even. Because you bringing something to the table. You don't want to be a leech.
Spend that $100, $200 on their website, man. Post them on Instagram. Tag them. Do
Genuinely.
You
know what I'm saying?
Not just because you want something.
Yeah.
I think that's the key part about it is genuinely.
No more.
People intentionally, let me go spend this couple dollars, get in his face, and then as soon as I buy it, I'm gonna throw you my pitch. Like, that's literally I seen people do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the wrong way to rub somebody.
It's a guy right now, I'm not gonna say his name because the partnership, the collab, still on the way, but it's a guy right now. Like I said, I ain't gonna say his name, but from day one, my first pop-up at Cookies Oakland, which was in my first year of business, 3 years ago now.
Hold up. You talking about cookies? Talk about the cookies?
Yeah, cookies, Burners Cookies.
Shit.
We one of the only clothing brands, or the only clothing brand that's done a pop-up at Cookies Didn't have to drop any flour at the time.
Hold up, tell him, man. Talk his shit, dog.
Like,
That's
come
big
on.
dog shit right there. That was first year.
First year, and we actually the youngest black-owned cannabis brand that's ever dropped on the market in LA as well. And we a clothing brand, so we just doing that on the other side. But I say all that to say that this guy, I didn't know him from a can of paint. He ordered online already. He flew to San Francisco to come to my pop-up. His car got broken into. Everything he bought at the pop-up literally got stole that night.
Dang.
He came to the next pop-up in Oakland. He came to a pop-up, I believe, in LA. And he met me at a pop-up in Atlanta as well.
Dang.
This dude then spent a few thousand just on plane tickets, hotel rooms, Airbnbs, rental cars. Got his car broken into. He done did all this, and now here we are, year 3, and he's never asked me for a collab. He never asked me for a handout or anything. Here we are, year 3. He's starting his brand, and now we finna do a collab. It's probably gonna drop in May.
Damn,
I have
tough.
no problem with doing that collab with him. This dude has literally showed me he supports me genuinely with wanting nothing in return. And if that was his plan 3 years ago to try to get a collab,
He was a determined motherfucker.
You a determined motherfucker, bro. You made it happen. You get what I'm saying?
That's dedication, though, for sure.
Exactly.
So I got a question for you, bro. I know you real good. I know the
Probably
deals. I know the deals
next to
you.
my grill.
I know the deals you didn't turn down. Where do you see Sorry I Was Trapping in the next 5 years? I'm not even going, because if you were somebody else, I might have asked you 10 years. But where do you see it in the next 5 years?
5 years. I see us having a brick and mortar store in every major city in the U.S., major metropolitan city in the U.S. See us having a store in London, a store in Tokyo. I see very big brand partnerships. You know, maybe Adidas, maybe Nike. We never know.
Never know.
Manifesting.
I see a lot of a lot of stuff on the horizon, man, because we just now, to me, it's so big to everyone else and it's blown up, but to me, we really just scratching the surface, man, because I see way past this. Like, it's not even about money no more with me. Like, of course, I know my worth. I'm not finna take dimes or pennies, but it's like the deals that's coming my way now, the business meetings I'm having now they on some generational change and stuff, bro. And that's way longer than me being here. So that's what really matter. And to be honest with you, bro, with stuff like that going on, I might be owning Sorry I Was Trapping for the rest of my life, or I might be in the island calling you from a wireless hotspot. So we don't know, man.
No, that's hard. So what business ventures do you plan on getting off into in the next months, years?
Right now, we finna close this deal, escrow with this commercial building. It's a 5,000 square foot building. We finna offer manufacturing, all printing services, all embroidery services, wallpaper, stickers, just anything you could think of when it comes to building a brand, not just a clothing brand. Like, you're a barber, you got stickers, you got, different stuff that come with it.
So that's gonna benefit more than just yourself. That's the community.
It's back to the community for sure.
That's up and coming black owned businesses.
That part.
Baseball teams, basketball teams, rec leagues. That's hard.
Yeah,
We're gonna be mentoring, doing mentorships through that, showing people how to build websites, build a brand, work Photoshop, work Adobe Illustrator, Procreate, all these different apps that's used to create designs and stuff like that people usually would go to school for a few years. And no offense to people who go to school for this, but you going to school to learn from somebody who don't really know nothing about the culture. They can tell you how to work a computer, but they can't tell you what to really put out, what's being purchased. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna be offering that. Like I said, offering any type of prints. And just from what I've seen, like I said, I spent over 4, 5, 6, 700,000 on manufacturing already. For me to spend that amount of money, it lets me know that I know I'm not the biggest there is. I'm one of the biggest, and I'm gonna be one of the biggest. But imagine me having a warehouse where I got 10 clients just like me that spent 700,000. That's $7 million in 1 year. It's just 10 clients. We're gonna have over 100-some clients, 1,000-some clients, bro.
And you said you done already put 5+. So you put 5+ in somebody else's pocket. So now you about to put 5+ in your pocket.
Exactly.
Shit.
Bingo.
Boy.
My dog, that's next
right
level
there,
shit,
for
man.
sure.
That's
Appreciate it, man.
That's tapping in from, I'm gonna sell you clothes, I'm gonna help you make you clothes, I'm gonna make your website, I'm gonna do the whole 360.
It's gonna be a photo shoot room in there. It's gonna be a brand development area in there. It's gonna be literally everything from start to finish with a brand. And yeah, bro, like, I want to scale this.
Shit.
Yeah, I want to scale this super high.
That's not even,
bro.
My bad, bro, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's not even the brick and mortar location.
Oh no, Sorry I Was Trapping. We also opened a Sorry I Was Trapping store in Detroit. The goal is for this year, just trying to find a perfect location because I want to be somewhere that's reachable to everyone. I don't want to be too far outside the city.
They gonna come wherever that shit at. Let you know that now. Niggas would drive to motherfucking Ohio if they had to get that shit.
Yeah, but it's the first brick and mortar is gonna be here in the city. And this year alone, bro, it's already started off so well. These last couple of years have been amazing. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and that's the part that a lot of people don't talk about. Like, I done took some huge losses in this. Huge, like.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, with everything you got going on to the point where you are right now, what would you say was your biggest mistake or your biggest, I don't like to use mistake, so I say your biggest misunderstanding at the time that you went through?
They all lessons. I look at them as all lessons, not even misunderstanding. It's a lesson.
So what was your biggest lessons?
It's a couple of them. When I first got my first real chunk of money, my first big bag, first thing I went and did is like, it's 2020. It's either 2020 or 2021. No, it's 2021 because it was the same year. You know, I went and rewarded myself. There's nothing wrong with that. And I want everybody to know that you work this hard to take care of yourself and give yourself nice things, but you also got to know it's a time and a place for that.
Mm-hmm.
I went and bought a $100,000 Range Rover. Same day I went and bought my girl a $70,000, $80,000 Scat Pack. Bought a presidential Rolex. The next 2 weeks later, went and bought her some jewelry. We shopping, we eating all the fine dime places. We Lamborghini everywhere we go. I spent a lot of money that could have been used to go back in my company. I'm doing great now, but had I hold off a little bit more on the flashier and nice things, I'd probably be multi-millions right now. And that's just real talk. Like,
do you think though, just off of what you just said, do you think sometimes though it's necessary for you to actually obtain those type of things, so you know, like, damn, bro, this is nice, but you know, we could do without this for a little longer. Let's get back to the drawing board. Like,
it's for sure necessary because when you come from nothing, bro, you see people on TV from when we was little kids, MTV Cribs and all that type of stuff, the rap videos and all that. You want these things, especially with Instagram. You see everybody looking like they super successful now and got all this stuff going on. It lets you know, one, a lot of these dudes is faking.
Yeah, don't be fooled by that shit.
Listen, don't be fooled by these eBay watches, these people taking pictures with these cars and letting someone else get right back into it. Don't be fooled by none of this stuff, bro. I done spent real hard on money, like hundreds of thousands on this stuff. And at the end of the day, it don't really mean nothing. Like, it's just a point where you can get to say you had it, you earned it. Some stuff means to you. Like, I know my manager, he still got one of his first watches he ever bought. It holds a sentimental value to him because that's something that he gave himself when he first started making it. And it's also watches that cost more than that he didn't sold and made money off of, profit off of. Like, people get too lost in the image and the look instead of what's really in your bank account. What's really going on was what do you own? And I didn't have my fair share of fun of that, bro. As many Lamborghinis I didn't rent it, bro, I could have bought one. Like, for real, as many trips and all that stuff I could have did, I could have had me and you got an Airbnb now. We got a whole Airbnb that we done almost had for a year. After you coming on these trips too. After us taking 15, 20 trips, going to state, city to city doing pop-ups, Airbnbs, hotels. We finally said, bro, we need to get our own Airbnb.
Exactly.
So investing in yourself instead of blowing all this money to have fun and look nice, do it the right way. Take your time with it, and it's gonna end up paying off.
Everything's gonna end up paying for itself.
Me and you got that one Airbnb, and now we got a $20,000 credit card off that one account.
OPM.
Plus, there's money going in there every single day. Now, I don't want to put our business out there, but I'm just telling the truth.
Right, yeah, no, that's facts. You definitely got to utilize other people's money.
Yeah.
What's that, OPM?
OPM.
Yes, sir.
And do it the right way. Another loss I took, man, is and this is advice I want to give to up and coming brands and entrepreneurs that's in the field that I'm in. With these manufacturers, bro, check them out. Really check into them. Really be communicative with them. Like, I don't really go for the overseas stuff. I don't like China and Pakistan stuff. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But me, I like to be able to pull up, whether I'm in Detroit and you in LA, I can catch a flight to come where you at. Get their address, know their emails, know their assistant contact. I didn't order stuff, bro. $60,000 order. COVID hit. That order stuck on Long Beach dock in the port of Long Beach. Can't nobody get to it. And it's like, at $60K, that really was supposed to turn into $120,000, $150,000. I didn't already start selling the stuff because they like, oh, it's gonna be delivered this week. But it's 3 weeks after it's supposed to be delivered. So now we talking about a month almost. It got to the point where I had to pull up. I'm not gonna put their brand name out there, but I had to pull up to this blank person, this manufacturer person who had these hoodies and sweatpants and shirts I ordered, basically demand my money back. Like, I had to really get on that with them. Because I'm telling them, like, yo, send my money back, bro. It's been almost 2 months.
Yeah.
I spent $60K with you. Like, that's another thing for the customers, too. So when y'all hear this, make sure y'all also understand what's going on with an up-and-coming brand. It may look bigger than life. It may be your favorite thing to wear. I'm glad y'all support me and love me like that, but also understand that I want to get you your clothes as fast as possible. Some things be out of my control to where this situation, I paid for this stuff months ago. It should have already been here before I even dropped it. Mm-hmm. Some stuff be out of my control. So while y'all complaining and mad about a $100 hoodie, a $200 hoodie, I done lost $60K and I still got a refund you. But I don't cry and complain. I do what I got to do.
Shit, that's real. Make sure y'all listening. But I want to, one thing I want to touch on, bro, is like throughout knowing you for the year that I known you and just hearing your story, I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
Like, that's,
appreciate that.
That's, like, you doing your thing. That's love.
Appreciate
for
that,
real.
bro.
But I want to speak on something that I feel like a lot of young men in our generation need to hear. It's throughout your whole journey, your ups, your downs, your losses. One of the most important things that I took from it was you having a powerful woman by your side. So I want you to speak on like the importance of having a woman that's, you know, y'all just this Bonnie and Clyde rather than out here chasing hoes and stuff that really don't matter.
The best thing I can say that has been a part of this whole journey, bro, is having my wife on my side. Like, we ain't been married this whole time, but when we did get married, even before we got married, like, she was big supporter. Like, she the only person, and this dude told me to move to California. Everybody like, don't go, don't go. Of course, like, your girl gonna tell you don't go because she don't want to be in a long distance relationship. She in Michigan, you all in LA. Just having somebody that really supports you and wants you to win and wants you to see the best version of yourself that you can be. That's kind of the most important thing I got from that. It's gonna keep you focused. It's gonna stop you from hanging out in the club too long or spending unnecessary amounts of money on going on these random dates that don't really lead to nothing. Not only that, like, when we first got together, bro, my credit was like a low 600. Bro, I'm no bullshit. She had a 780 credit score. You feel me? She graduated from school with a 3.5 GPA. She has degrees. She come from a whole side of different life than I do. And that helped me grow in different ways that I never grew in. She the first person that took me out the country. Like, I done been at almost every state in the United States. She the one who got me on going out the country now. She been doing that since she was a little kid. this is the type of stuff her family grew up on. This is the type of values her parents and stuff instilled in her. So it's not every woman, bro, is gonna be that life-changing one.
Mm-hmm.
I done went through a lot of them. But the one I got has also saved me from a lot of trouble. Like, man, for example, bro, and I know I'm going on and on, but it was one time we was in LA. I'm at the studio session. It's me, Band Gang Lonnie, all his people. Man, I left the crib at like 1, maybe 12, and like 1 in the morning. She texted me, you know, make sure I'm straight. She got my location. Bro, like 4, 5 o'clock rolled around. I'm in the studio. I ain't got no service. I guess she texted me and called me. I'm not getting it. Next thing I know, I done dozed off in the studio about 5, 6 in the morning. Bro, she banging on the door outside. Luckily, she ain't had my strap, but she probably would have shot all of us. She pulled up, bro, from
That's
North
real.
Hollywood to Burbank.
That's real.
Don't care what's going on. Don't care what she walking in, so I could be kidnapped, tied up. Who knows what? She pulled up like, yo, where this nigga at?
Right.
What
That's
the fuck
real.
going on? And it's not because she on some crazy shit, but she care about my well-being.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So having somebody that really wants you to win, no matter how much time you got to spend away from them, how much they may see you, they still want you to win no matter what. Whether they with you right away or gonna be with you later on. And that's helped me propel my career 3 years where sometimes it took people 5, 10 to get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focused, beyond focused. She ain't gonna let me fall off. If I fall off, she gonna pick me right back up.
That's real, for real.
That's real, bro.
So the youngest out here, man.
She in
Y'all
here.
hear that?
Yeah, she in here, man.
Having that right woman, man, is way more crucial and important than out here chasing hoes and chasing stuff that don't matter, for real. That's one of the
That's
biggest
facts.
lessons I've been learning, and watching you, both of y'all through that.
Gotta love our black queens for sure. They hold us down.
That's
more
love,
than
man.
ever.
That's where it's at, for real. And I
done
think
been
like a
to
lot
that.
of young men need to hear that, bro.
I done been to that point where I'm in college and you want to mess with the hoes, you want to go out and party and all that. Like, I got friends right now that's the same age as me, if not a little bit older, who are still chasing hoes. Don't have nothing to their name. Don't own nothing. Don't have nothing going on. They in a bad position than they was even when we was in college. And it's because they worried about hoes and being at every function. So, you want to be successful, it ain't just, I'm not saying you got to go get married right now to be successful. You want to be successful, though, you got to cut out all that extra shit that don't really mean nothing.
Cut out them distractions.
Yeah, bro, because them same hoes, who was messing with them then in high school and college, wouldn't even look their way. Or if you would do like me, if I was single, I wouldn't look their way. What you got to offer me that I already got myself? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out payroll.
Exactly.
So before we wrap this up, man, again, I appreciate you for coming and chopping it up with us today.
Appreciate y'all having me.
We got the Inkster Easter event going on, man. Let's just give them a little bit of insight on that.
Me, Dream Rich, and New Allen Liquor Store. It's a liquor store that's been in my neighborhood before I was born. It's now a black-owned liquor store. We're all partnering up. We're giving back 300, 400 Easter baskets to the kids. We're gonna have a bounce house there. We're gonna have a food truck giving the kids food. I'm gonna give away 100 free t-shirts to the kids. The mayor will be there. A lot of other important figures will be there. We're gonna talk about entrepreneurship and just, it's like a give back to the kids. And it's the first annual one, so it's gonna be plenty more. And then we got sponsors like Out the Chair Podcast, Skillet Baby, GT, Mud Made from Ohio, Remedy. It's plenty other brands that are pouring into this and starting to help us be able to give back and make this annual thing and, start to do our part in the community.
No, definitely, man. If you're from the town, if you're from Inkster, man, pull up right on Inkster Road in Carlisle, right next to the old Stardust, man. And, bring your kids, man. We definitely appreciate y'all.
Family safe event, man. It's gonna be fun. Food, clothes, Easter baskets. Pull up, don't be late, because if y'all pull up late and everything gone, don't be mad at me.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, and just let everybody know where they can find you on IG, man, and where they can cop some merch.
Man, Sorry I Was Trapping is the only official Instagram for Sorry I Was Trapping. Is all one word, no spaces. My personal Instagram is Sam Basquiat, and then you can always go on sorryiwastrapping.net and go shop, man. Appreciate y'all support.
Yeah, I see it. Sorry, I was trapping.
We out, man. Let's get it.